Okay, so I'm just gonna do it on here. So, okay, so the property, the computer, the first computer, that's a tangible thing. It's okay. The the computer that they took at FSU and the phone, uh, I have come to believe possibly that that would also explain why they wouldn't want to show the body cam video. That would be a great reason why not to, because it will just corroborate everything I've said for one thing, and it's going to show what happens in the video, that the missing video is this omitted from the whole thing is the part where me and the cops, me and two officers, or start from Landis Green, which is right in front of the FSU library. Like, we start over there and we walk over to the business school, because I'm telling them, that's the reason I'm here is, because I had to plug in my phone, and my charger's in my car, but I can plug it in through my computer to an AC outlet. And that's the reason that I was there, was because I couldn't find a fucking plug, with the COVID and what have you. Not everybody is just like given free plug-ins out there on Tennessee Street, which is where I was at the time. I'm a new pedestrian. I came in as a motorist, and I was currently a pedestrian. So, I'm looking at this. So anyway, that was the reason that I was over there. That conversation with me and the cops walking, this is probably a 2-3 minute walk in between, 3 minutes maybe. I'm talking about the CPA. He's asking me questions about the CPA. I'm explaining, in other words, where it's not like a confrontational situation at all. I'm an alumnus. They're aware of that. I'm telling them that, yeah, I went to school over here at the business school, CPA and all that. So it's not like I'm some dude out there, with a malt liquor, and you know what I'm saying. I'm an alumnus, obviously. And none of this is in the report, by the way, and it's all in that video that is missing. But I'm explaining, I got to plug in my phone to get out of here. And anyway, I'm also telling them that, I tell them about the lawsuit and about the FBI as well. But I don't tell that until I'm like, they're handcuffing me. But I do go through that. So that's another reason they might not want to be talking about it, or I should be given the discovery, though, because it's a witness statement. It's what I'm saying, and that's in the rules of the, like, it's not an option. They got to put everything that you say out there, or you can just do like this and just exclude that part where you explain perfectly what you were doing there. Like, if they just exclude that, that's just another way of framing you. So they make that a requirement in the rules of criminal procedure. So for them to exclude it is a big deal for just starting off here. But the real reason, or a real reason, and I think it's likely now that I see the second computer disappear, is the first computer that FSU went to FSU, that and my phone, the one that I've been asking for since the beginning. Now, here's what happened, in my opinion. It's my hunch, is that computer and phone got released to Pat, or to Darren, who gave it to Pat, who put it on the bottom of the sea. So that computer cannot be produced now. Neither can that phone. That's a dilemma for the FSU police. That's a real dilemma, and it would explain the rest of it, like trying to get me thrown in jail. They thought I was going to plead guilty. They thought I was going to take a time served and then just bail out, and they don't have to produce the discovery. But I surprised them when I said, nah, I'm not taking the deal. I'm going further. That threw them in a pickle. I mean, I did 30 days in jail without talking to my lawyer. My lawyer went underground too, which is also another civil rights violation. That's the 6th Amendment. Like, my attorney hid from me for 30 days. Anyway, I'll explain more about that. But anyway, getting back to the computer and phone, that would explain it. That would show, like that computer and the phone cannot now be produced. Okay, so if you can show it on that video, they say, what computer are you talking about? Which is their story. I mean, listen to me and Sergeant Collier. Remember the 9th and the 10th. He was like, you were arrested the next day, etc. That whole thing. I mean, they could just go refer to that video and look at it and tell me exactly what time it was that I was, they could just show you that. But he didn't do that, and that's because that's because that computer and that phone are on that video. Okay. So when they say, what phone, what computer, I say, that phone, that computer. So that's their problem. That's evidence in a federal crime too, because I was telling them in that same video that you need to watch this computer, because this is, if y'all are arresting me, you better take care of this computer, because, I'm talking to the FBI on this computer, and, I gave them the guy's name and all that. So they knew to take care of that computer. And that's also on that video. But if that computer is now gone, then they got a big problem, and the FBI won't like that, or the federal judge will not like that destruction of evidence, or them trying to do that. But anyway, getting back to that was computer number 1. Computer 2, that was the one that you got for me. See, my mom didn't know that, she didn't know that I'm sorry. She knew that my car had been at that parking spot at the library where I got arrested and picked up and taken to the Kula. I got out like 2 days later, and the car was gone. Pat has taken the car, but she had known specifically how long the car had been there. And I had asked the library personnel what happened. They had no idea about my car, so that was all somebody connected, law enforcement. These same people, the same people that you can get to come out there to Nanny's church and to the sanctuary, like that group of people. Somebody told her that my car had been there. Anyway, she went and seized that car, got the computer. Nothing else was missing from the car. That's just like they got a broken laptop. Like the screen smashed. You can't tell that it even works really. I mean, but they just left everything else in the car. So that my mom knew specifically how long that car had been there. Now, when I went to Leon County Jail for 49 days or somewhere around there, she didn't know where I was. That was her excuse when I got out, was, oh, I didn't know where you were. That's like even worse, when your mom says, oh, you've been gone for 6 weeks, but I didn't know where you were. Like, okay, so I'm thinking that, if she's got the police, if she's got Darren in them, like Darren, like the guy that can get me in Pensacola, Tallahassee, Panama City, my cousin. You don't think that she mentioned, hey, somehow Lance ended up extradited over to Tallahassee. Like they didn't know that. That's my mom's excuse, though. That's my mom telling me, hey, I didn't know. So I don't believe that really. Okay. But anyway, that she has disappeared 2 computers, and that's a dilemma because, well, that's a federal crime, and it's also very suspicious as fuck. Why would you go through all of this effort to take away your son's means of work? That's like my toolbox. Like I didn't go to school. I don't take a hammer and nails to work. I take a computer, a laptop. But my mom's out there like taking mine from me, getting them away from me. That doesn't make a lot of sense now, does it? All right.